Well, I am pretty excited right now. I am excited. I think I should be excited. Digging on one side and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then finally this popped out. And I haven't looked at it yet. Hi everyone, welcome back to Off Trail Treasures. My name is Ben. For those of you who are new to the channel, I upload one of these videos approximately once a week, and the channel is dedicated to metal detecting. And this week we have something of a unicorn for the area that I'm in. I'm in Missouri right now. I'm not going to really go into detail about where, but the house that you can see behind me was built on a land grant that was given to the family in the, I believe it was 1820 by President Monroe. And the one family has owned this property continuously since that time. This house was built in 1820, and then they occupied it all the way up until the 1860s, when during the Civil War, the Northern Army burnt it down. The house was reconstructed in 1863 and has been lived in ever since. And so there is well over 200 years of continual use here out on this property by the one family. And I'm just super excited for the opportunity to try and get in and uncover and find out what was left behind, what was lost, and just to document some of the history of this place. And the family's going to be out here today doing some other work, and so anything exciting or neat that I find, I'm going to get to share with them. And so come along, I'll bring you guys in on the first find. All right, folks, as promised, I'm bringing you guys in on the first find. The videoing might look a little bit different today because we are up on a hill in the middle of farm country, lots of open ground around us, and it's really windy today, so there's going to be a lot of wind noise. And because of that, I'm trying to block the wind with my body, so I'm operating from behind the camera. And so we're going to see what we can do to put together some decent film and document this really cool historical home. But as promised, it's my first find. It's in here in the hole. I've done that much work already, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and see what we're looking at. Is it here? Oh, there it is right there. You guys see that? That is back half of a beaver tail. That's a little high ringing for a beaver tail. That was our high number, so I'm gonna look in here one more time, and if it's anything else, I'll bring you back, and if not, I'll bring you in on the next one. Let's keep going. All right, we are just on hole number 3. I'll show you guys the hole right here. Came out with this big rock. I don't know if this is natural or not, but you can see what we've popped right here. We've popped a coin. It's looking like it's penny sized right now. I haven't done any other thing other than to pop it and set it down, and went to get the camera. Again, this house having been built originally in 1820 and burned in the Civil War and rebuilt in 1863 and continually inhabited till now. This could be anything. It could also be a Lincoln Memorial. So let's go ahead and pick it out and see what we got. It looks like it's going to be a wheat penny. I see that one's sent there already really clearly. Let's see what year. That's a 1944. Newer wheat penny. But this is what we're here for, to find the old stuff, so let's keep going. I got two distinct signals or numbers coming out of here. One is a 35 jumping up to 37, and the other was a 46, 47. I don't think they're the same thing. It sounds like there's two things in close proximity, but we're gonna go ahead and see if we can not pull two things out of here. Okay, that did wind up being two signals. I found a little nail. I already put it in my pouch. Then now there's a solid 45, 46 from around here. I don't know if I even dug the hole well enough. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's in here somewhere. Oh. One of these two things. Oh, okay, there we go. It looks like big piece of lead, camp lead, something like that, whatever you want to call it. But right now, big piece of lead. Let's keep going. with the wind situation being as bad as it is, I haven't really dared to do a lot of lie digs. It's a little bit calmer right now, but I'm still having to try and shield the wind with my body. This is a real jumpy signal. Almost all of them have been, other than that one wheat penny and a couple cool shells, cartridges, bullet cartridges. I haven't really found a whole lot yet. There's a lot of metal on the ground, and I've been playing with the detector settings a lot, trying to get at something that'll help me clean it up but still leave me feeling like I got good depth. And while I'm doing that, obviously I'm still detecting, and this is where I'm at right now. I'll show you where I'm at in a second in front of the house, and that'll help you to see why I'm in kind of like a bed of nails over here. But oh, there it is right there. That looks like something cut off a gutter, or maybe roofing or something like that. But I'm gonna cut away and I'll be right back and show you the front of the house here and how it's perched on top of this hill. Let's see if we can do this while it's still calm out. It's the wind. See how much of this you can hear. So here's the front of the house, and look how it's perched up here on this hill. Really beautiful spot. You know, I won't pretend to know why the Army would have burnt this in the Civil War. But just from a practical standpoint, seeing as how far you can see away, tactically I guess it would have been an advantage for them to be up here. So I don't know, hopefully there's going to be some Civil War stuff that we can run into. But there's where I was just digging over there with my shovel. Here's the front of the house, and we're going to keep going. I'll bring you guys back in. All right, at the risk of having a very, very noisy shot, I wanted to show you guys what I just found. Let's see if any of y'all knew what this was. It was only about an inch down. Is there some kind of leaf in there? Looks like it's copper. I don't know if this one fell out naturally or if they're meant to be punched out, but what do y'all think that is? If you happen to know, leave a comment. All right, we're looking at a solid 25 in the hole here. I'm on the side of the house. Actually, I'll show you. I'm on the side of the house opposite where the wind is coming. Moved over here. Thought I might be able to get a little bit better video in over here. So coming over here hoping that the wind dies down a little bit. And got that signal right here in the hole. I think I moved it. We're looking at a big piece of iron here. All right, let's keep going. All right, the wind is howling. I'm trying to block it with my body, but I've got a solid 28 signal in the hole. There's so much iron and stuff in the hole, but solid signals are actually kind of hard to come by. Oh, look at that. Does that look like a coin to anyone else? Kind of looks like a coin to me. What do we have here? Let me get it better positioned and we're gonna take a look. Well, never mind. Let's just take a look right here. Oh, what is that gonna be? I think it's bigger than a nickel. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Well, that just turned to sadness. Huh. What is that with those three prongs like that? Oh well, not a nickel. What a heartbreaker. Well, I am currently sitting in my car having a little lunch. It is unbelievably windy out here. I've been avoiding doing some recording because of the wind, but I think just because of the potential of the property, I think I'm going to start recording and overdubbing, which is probably going to make for something of a lame video, but I think it's going to be better than, you know, not really seeing the kind of stuff that's been coming out of the ground here. So far, we're calling it halftime right now at about lunch, I've gotten a wheat penny, and that's been about it. Definitely have found some older things, farm implements, horse tack, and some more modern things, some beaver tails. But you know, the owner warned me. He said he's hauled a lot of metal off, a lot of trash off, and has done it over and over and over again in different spots. I was just now in the little clearing. You guys will see it in a little bit of the B-roll, but I was in a little clearing where there was not a shed, a barn, excuse me. And man, there's just a lot of iron still left in the ground over there. So I didn't really spend much time there, but there's a whole side of the house. I did the front of the house pretty thoroughly, but there's a whole side of the house, facing into the wind, towards my Jeep, that I'm gonna do more thoroughly. The other side of the house doesn't have quite as much area before it rolls off into some agricultural fields, but also out behind the house and behind the barn is where the slave quarters were. So I'm gonna go over there and detect around there and see what I can find as well. But we're not giving up. Like I said, it's just halftime. We're gonna keep going, and I'll loop you guys back in as soon as I have something to eat. All right, wind's still howling, but I got one of the better signals of the day, a solid 4344. It is in the sidewall closest to the camera. So, oh, there it is. Look at that. You see it? Let's bring it in for a little bit better of a close-up. Just popped it out with my shovel. We're here, my first flick of the shovel brought us out this green thing here. Come on. How much more exciting does it get to pop a coin in a house with this kind of history? Oh, that's why I love doing this. Take my glove off. It's very green. Oh, there's old Abe. Looking like it's gonna be another Wheatie. 1917, a nice old one. That's the kind of history we're looking for out here. That's 2 Wheaties. Let's see, that was only about 3 or 4 inches down. That's 2 Wheaties. This one's really got a pretty green patina on it, but yep, that is exactly what we're looking for. Let's keep going. All right, we found our target. Let's go ahead and look at it together. It is iron. And it is, you know, it's probably, I bet it's a buckle, horse tack buckle, or something like that. That'll be my guess. Probably the rest of it went like this. Anyways, let's keep going. Well, I am pretty excited right now. Well, I am excited. I think I should be excited, but look at the big mess of a hole I made here. I don't know if I told you all, but that's going to be torn down next year, the owner thinks. So it's a great time to get in. Making a mess of the yard is a non-issue, but it's been a long time since I had to deal with roots that did this. There's one going this way, one going this way, and underneath there's one going right in between the two. And it was a signal that was coming in at a 44, I believe. And yeah, sure enough, it was under the third, the lowest of those. And I was really working at it. Digging on one side and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then finally this popped out, and I haven't looked at it yet. I think it might be, even though it's broken, gosh, I hope I didn't break it, but I think it might be my first piece of crotal bell. Oh, it is. Now there's plenty of opportunity for someone to get on and correct me and tell me that this is a sleigh or jingle bell and not a crotal bell. because we don't dig these very often here, I'm still learning the difference. So, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that would have been cool. I hope I didn't bust it. Not that I think I had any way to get through those roots out here anyways, but that is awesome. All right, I'm gonna get it cleaned up. I'll be right back. All right, I went ahead and rechecked the hole. I did not break it. None of these are fresh breaks. So for those of you that don't know what these are, these used to go on wagons and sleighs and things like that, and there would be I believe the difference between a sleigh bell, a jingle bell, and a crotal bell is how they were put onto the wagon or whatever, but they were to make noise so that people could hear the wagon coming, and one of them would go in a line, and I think one of them was used individually. Someone can hop on here and correct me if I'm wrong. It's nothing I've really looked into real hard because we just don't find these very often in Missouri, but that is why I was saying that this was something of a unicorn house, because it is so much older than almost anything still around in Missouri. So that is a really great find for me. I'm super excited. Let's keep going. You guys are not going to believe this. I am literally just a span's length away from the crotal bell, and I filled my hole in, checked it again with the big detector, and sure enough, right next door I got another signal. It was a little jumpy, and guess what I found? A nail. Not the other half of the crotal bell. A nail. All right, let's keep going. Well, I was headed back to my Jeep, getting ready to pack it up for the day, and I was detecting on the way, as one does, and I heard, oh man, what was it? Higher than iron should have been, but I'm not really mad because it was a really cool iron piece. Look at this cool old stirrup. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever found a whole stirrup before, so I'll gladly add this to my collection of display pieces. It was down there too, about 7 or 8 inches. All right, I'll bring you guys back in if there's any more finds. If not, I will cut to the wrap up. All right, I'm only that far from the stirrup find. And while this isn't super spectacular or rare or anything like that, what does make it cool is that it was right next to the stirrup. I think that's a piece of a bridle. I think. My daughter would kill me for not knowing, but I think that is a part of the bridle. So I guess this is where they kept their horses. I'm only 25, 30 feet from where I found the crotal bell too. All right, keep going, or see you at the wrap-up. Well, I really am close to the Jeep, and in an area that I'm pretty sure that I went over, but I am doing it. I had gone this way, and now I'm going this way, so that might be helping a little bit. But got something right over here. It's another one of the. Oh, there we go. It's another one of those double signals. Had one out of the hole. Wasn't sure which one it was. Looking like a nail. Be thorough. Definitely not a coin. Oh, not a nail. It's a suspender clip. Real thin one too. I'm not sure if that's actually a suspender clip or something else. It's real tiny, real dainty. All right, let's see if there's anything else in here. All right, everyone, I'm back in the shop with a little bit of a wrap up. Let's see, from left to right, we have the stirrup. This is a tool handle. I cannot remember. I've seen these before, and I cannot remember what these are used for. So if you have an idea, remind me. Go ahead and shoot me a comment. I can't remember what those are for, but some kind of a tool handle. My very first, unfortunately, broken crotal bell, which I was super excited to find. I still haven't got that cleaned off well enough to know if there's a number or anything on it. What I believe is a piece of horse bridle, probably a suspender clip. I think I got this key on camera.
but I thought it was interesting looking. It's got a number on it. What was that number? 103. I don't know if that's like a safety deposit box or whatever, but if the property owner's watching this and you need that back, you let me know. I think I got this on camera. What I didn't know was the back of it, you see some oxidation of it turning brown like copper does. So I had assumed that it was copper, but getting it just ever so slightly cleaned off, I'm seeing a lot of silver, so it might have been silver washed, which is pretty interesting. No idea what these were for. It looks like they're punched intentionally. You see the one with the hole? It looks like they were punched intentionally to be taken off and used somehow, but I don't know what for. So here's another bit of a mystery item. If you guys happen to know what that's for, shoot me a line and let me know. And then our two wheat pennies. One is a 1917, the other is a 1944. So that's going to be our wrap up for our 1820 build, at least our first trip out there. We're going to ask the landowner for permission to go again. As I talked to some people about some of the results of our trip, a lot of people encouraged me to keep going and keep clearing out the nails in the iron, almost certainly believing that there is some masking going on where there's just so much iron on top that there's more to be found underneath. And the detector really was lighting up with a lot of iron signals, so I would not be surprised at all if that's the case. So I'll be contacting the landowner and finding out if I can keep going back out there to just slowly uncover some of the older things beneath. So I hope you guys will subscribe, like the video, and tune in the next time we head out to the 1820s home that was burned during the Civil War, reconstructed in 1863, and been in the single family for the entire time. Quite the place. I was super privileged to go out there. I want to say thanks again to the landowner, and we hope to take you guys out there again soon.